place I would rather be. No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be than here in your love, here in your love. No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be. No place I would rather be than here in your love, here in your love.
My name is Matt Kegley. During the day, I'm the principal at Hamilton Southeastern High School. First got introduced to Young Life a couple years ago. I guess it's been now when Ryan Allwork came back to town and got a chance to meet Brian and find out about the work that he wanted to do in the community and with Young Life.
I'm Keith Bowman, and I've been in Young Life since, or involved with Young Life since I was a kid. I actually went to Young Life Club at Warren Central High School back in, I won't tell you when.
Hi, my name is Mike Lance, and I'm the Chief Learning Officer at Defender Direct. It's been an amazing pleasure for us to be able to support the Young Life movement in Fishers, Indiana.
So I'm Chuck Sadler. A lot of people call me Dr. Chuck. I've been an orthodontist here in Fishers since 1994. When you're an orthodontist, you kind of feel like you have to be involved with kids. When they came to me 3 or 4 years ago and started talking about this vision of Young Life restarting, especially with Ryan, you know, I knew I was going to be on board with it. I could just tell it was going to be powerful.
I think at the end of the day, knowing that we're here to serve a purpose of telling kids that they're worth something and that they're loved beyond their comprehension has been such a blessing for me to be a part of on staff with Young to shepherd along our leadership team, our team of volunteers who walk into kids' brokenness with them and their joy with them, and to show them the love of Christ. That gets me out of bed in the morning, and that's the last thing I think about before I go to bed too, is just that these kids can come to know Christ through Young Life.
One of my missions in life is to touch kids' lives in a special way. And I knew that HSE Young Life was going to do that. So.
Young Life creates opportunities for your kids to meet God in a way that for the rest of their lives they can kind of run, but they can't hide. They remember the experiences that they had with God. And I feel like that it makes their relationship with Christ last forever.
My relationship with God has definitely been strengthened. Before Young Life, I was a very doubtful person about God, and after going to camp and going to containers, I've learned a lot of valuable lessons that really strengthened my relationship, making me pray a lot more, go to church, and just talk about God openly.
It's given me the opportunity to enter into young people's lives in such a meaningful way, in a way that I wish that maybe somebody had entered into my life as a teenager.
Young Life provides that niche for some students who may not have other things that they're actively involved in. So from an educator standpoint, that's the avenue I look at. From a dad's standpoint, I just think it's awesome that when your own kids can really just worship with their friends outside of school, I just think that's a really awesome thing.
I was really nervous about going into Young Life because I didn't really know anyone involved, but immediately you get to meet people and feel part of that family.
Whether you have kids in the program or you don't have kids in the program, I think, you know, we all kind of look at our lives and we say, well, what's our real purpose and mission in our own lives? I know me as an orthodontist, obviously a lot of my mission is connecting and impacting the lives of youth. You know, and maybe not everybody's got that as part of their mission in their life. But it's always part of stewardship. You know, we're all called to be good stewards of our money and our time and our efforts and our skills. And I think that when you look at what Young Life has to offer, it's a good part of your stewardship.
I have seen God work in such big ways that we couldn't ever imagine. His plan is so much greater than our own, and I just love that we have brought our loaves and our fish, and he has quadrupled it and just done amazing things in the hearts of our kids.
You feel like you're doing something that is really beneficial for the kids in our community going forward. There's a lot of pressure on kids in high school for a lot of the wrong things, and this is something that is really positive for them, that they'll take with them for the rest of their lives, and hopefully will create a legacy in the community of kids that become adults to get involved, and just the opportunity to be involved with positive things in high school that make a difference.
Whenever organizations are all about developing leaders, we're all in. And Young Life is one of those organizations, building godly leaders, the next generation of godly leaders.
I had a senior leader back when I was in 7th grade that I really looked up to. He was a role model to me, and I wanted to do that for other kids.
Well, I think that it's been clear, at least to me, over the last couple of years, that there have been lives changed, either through conversations with my own kids and just observations of seeing what effect being involved in that community has on students who attend our school, and how they, get to know and be around each other outside of the school day.
And I just know enough kids have been impacted by it that it's already got a lot of good momentum. And I think my big thing would be to have more people come on board to help financially, because I think the more money that they have, the more lives will be impacted. But I think when you look at what the money does for the money that you put in dollar for dollar, you're impacting the most important people in our community, which are our young kids, and you're impacting them at a perfect age. It's the most fertile mission ground we have.
I think the beauty of people coming into the ministry prayerfully and financially is that they get to be a part of the story of all these kids' lives, and what God is doing in that, and it's an invitation to do that. Sometimes we feel like, well, what can I do? Well, this is what you can do, and this is how we need it. We need it to make it grow. So just being a part of the story in that way is huge.
Because God's plans are so much bigger than what any of us can picture, and being able to be even a small role in that is really amazing.
I've got a dream where, we've got 3,000 kids at that high school out at HSE. I've got a dream where we can walk in and know every single kid by name, and vice versa, and that ultimately those kids can know Jesus.
It's been my experience that it seems like there's a groundswell of support among the parents of kids who attend Young Life and Wildlife, and I think there's a need there. I think kids are still, they're always looking for a way they can get involved, and for those kids who maybe don't have a lot of other avenues to turn to, I think Young Life could be that for them. And so I just think there's nothing but growth in the future.
The sky's just the limit. It's going to be an awesome, awesome year ahead.